everyone, and welcome to Bloodspiller Gaming. In this video, I will be reading off the March 21st 2.0 patch notes for Battlefront 2, posted by Sledgehammer70. I will comment on and explain the changes. Please click the link in the video description below if you would like to follow along. And for those of you who are dying to know, spoiler, explosive shot is among the fixes. Thank God. Now let's get started. Hi everyone. This update brings about large changes to our multiplayer progression system. We have already posted lots of information on these changes on both our blog as well as in the FAQ we've created. Please leave us your feedback in the forums. Along with these changes, we've also unlocked all currently available heroes and hero ships for everyone. Ooh, that's nice. With all characters now having a unit level, we don't want to limit anyone's chance to progress as we change the way you interact with these characters. On top of that, we've brought a new location to the game. Bespin makes its return from the first Star Wars Battlefront as a new location for Blast, Heroes vs. Villains, and for a limited time as Jetpack Cargo. This should be interesting. I think they should make a daily challenge to fall off the ledge once for 1,000 credits. We hope you enjoy this blast from the past. Lastly, we are unlocking all star cards and weapons in Arcade at epic card level so the arcade can be more freely used as a sandbox to try out new combinations. I like this, but I wish they would fix things such as Darth Maul's force choke so they do the same amount of damage as they do in multiplayer. This change also provides more gameplay options for players who aren't interested in playing multiplayer. As always, we've continued to fix bugs and make balance changes to the game across a wide variety of areas. We'll continue to polish and refine the game over time. Enjoy! So that wraps up the intro. Now on to the meat. Heroes and Villains Balancing. Iden Versio. Iden was in need of a power increase, so we decided to focus a lot on her for this update, while we watched the results of the previous update's impact on other heroes. General. Increased base health from 500 to 650. Okay, I'll take that. Fixed an issue where the secondary fire module didn't appear on Iden's TL50. I think they mean cosmetically on that? I don't know. Droid shield. We made a small improvement to the droid shield as we felt it wasn't active long enough. This tweak should make it very viable. Increased active time from 10 to 12 seconds. So we should be able to run away more easily now, I guess. Pulse Cannon. Iden's Pulse Cannon has been slightly reworked for this update. We improved it a bit for now, but we would like to rework this ability further in the future. It now fires faster, so to compensate we reduced its base damage. Okay, so we should be able to fire faster at less damage, but if we miss, at least we can follow up faster. The zoomed in, long-range damage should feel rewarding, and we wanted to push the weapon's use in that direction. As a result, we've reduced the explosive damage, but increased the weapon's accuracy to make it more of a skill weapon. Additionally, we've gone back to an earlier design idea where we wanted Iden to more freely swap between the TL50 and the Pulse Cannon. This will make Iden feel a bit more versatile. Reduce the recharge time from 5 to 1 second. Added a zoomed-in damage increase multiplier of 80%. The explosive damage is not multiplied by this change. Decrease the time to full power from 1.25 to 0.6 seconds. Decrease the non-zoom dispersion from 2 to 0.2 degrees. Zoom dispersion is 0. Reduce the recoil of the weapon. Reduce the start damage from 100 to 40. Reduce the end damage from 150 to 100. Reduce the start damage distance from 125 to 30 meters. Reduce the end damage distance from 150 to 50 meters. Reduce the explosive damage from 80 to 20. Wow. Okay, so essentially the pulse cannon is a laser now. The shots fly extremely straight and are easy to follow up on, and are 80% more effective when scoped in. Scoped in shots will do 180 damage at 50 meters and beyond. This will be fun to try out. Hot Swap Star Card. This star card has been changed to give health to Iden when the droid stun hits enemies, and even more when it hits heroes. With the Pulse Cannon rework, the old version became obsolete. We know that players want more hero star cards to regain health, and we will investigate adding more. But this felt like it was a good fit for Iden's droid. We'll monitor the balance of this star card until the next update. Yes, this is exactly what they should be doing. Great. I've been thinking it would be easy for them to do something like this for Yoda by giving him health for each player he hits with Unleash. Overall, good changes for Iden. It is yet to be determined if they will make a large impact. Boba Fett Jetpack. We've heard the comparison to an F-15, and also heard that the maneuverability of Boba Fett's jetpack is very well liked. With this tweak, the speed is slightly reduced, but he should still feel fast and powerful when played. I don't think powerful is a fitting description of Boba. I don't know if I just suck with him or what, but I can't even make it through a custom Onslaught match in Mos Eisley that I can win with any other hero. Please sound off in the comments below if you agree or disagree. Reduce the forward thrust of Boba's jetpack slightly. So they're nerfing the changes they made to him in the last patch. A little bit. Health. While reducing Boba Fett's jetpack forward speed, we also wanted to revisit his health, as it's the lowest currently and doesn't feel correct for a hero, even a flying one. Increased base health from 500 to 550. Measly. Of all the heroes, I think Boba is the most in need of a health regen card. Overall, I think Boba still needs more love come the next patch. Leia Organa. Leia's hair has been updated to match her outfit. Oh, goody. We're happy with Leia's current gameplay, but we'll look at her squad shield for heroes versus villains in the future. She is a very approachable character for new players. That said, we'd like to push her more into a controlled battle style of gameplay. We decided to bump up her health regeneration to keep her base health on the same level as the other blaster-wielding heroes, as well as give her more of a chance to keep in the fight. Increased maximum health regeneration for Leia from 150 to 200. Decreased health regeneration delay from 5 to 4.5 seconds. Overall, Leia was one of the best. Now she'll be even better in close quarters and have improved survivability. I like hero buffs. Han Solo. Han is hard to master, and him having that low of health without much defensive abilities made him quite vulnerable. Increased base health from 600 to 650. Fixed an issue where Han Solo's detonite charge didn't explode mid-air. I'll take it. He could still use some more buffing, but it sounds like they're recognizing that. Maybe next patch. Darth Vader. Fixed an issue where Darth Vader's Punishing Grip star card wasn't correctly applied. I was looking forward to this. Now a Punishing Grip and Last Gasp purple combo should be devastating to infantry. Fixed an issue where Darth Vader's saber throw ability could go through a wall on Takodana. Emperor Palpatine. Fixed an issue where Palpatine's lightning absorption star card didn't grant him the correct amount of health after being used. I noticed this happening to me sometimes. I'm glad they are addressing it. Chewbacca. Stun grenades can no longer be activated while other abilities are activating. I guess this is a nerf intended mainly for HVV, so you can't activate Furious Bowcaster while throwing grenade. Rey. While using Insight, a circle shouldn't appear under Rey for other players when activated. Just a graphics glitch. No buff or nerf for Rey, unless it actually revealed her to enemies, I'm not sure. If it did, then that's a very slight buff. Yoda. The area of effect should now display properly when the Unleash ability is triggered. Fixed an issue where Yoda didn't break out of immobilizing abilities when using Presence. Slight buffs for Yoda. Finn. Fixed an issue where the UI marker for Finn's Deadeye ability would persist after the ability had ended. Fixed an issue where weathering effects weren't working on Finn. A slight nerf for Finn because he no longer receives an unintended wall hack. Lando Calrissian. Fixed an issue where players were unable to spawn as Lando Calrissian if Han Solo was being played. Okay. Overall, the heroes' changes are good, but we still need more health for gen cards to reward good play as a hero, and it sounds like we are being heard in that regard. Thank you, devs. Classes, special units, and vehicles. Assault. Fixed an issue where weapon cooling was not working correctly for weapon mods. Officer. General. Fixed an issue where increased cooling provided higher cooling reduction than intended. Tweaked description of homing shot to clarify that it can fire multiple rockets rather than just one. I didn't know it could fire more than one. I never tried it because I didn't think it could. I'll have to try that out. Fixed an issue where weapon cooling was not working correctly for the weapon mods. This is the explosive shot bug fix. Default pistol. Reduced end damage from 20 to 17. SC-44C. Reduced amount of shots that can be fired before overheating from 25 to 17. Reduced how many shots can be fired before overheating when increased cooling mod is equipped from 49 to 25. Reduced end damage distance from 40 to 30 meters. Ouch. SC-44C got hit hard. Sounds like they want us to use the blurg. SC-44C definitely behaves more like a pistol now. That being a not too good short range only weapon. Officer's Presence. Flatten the points given to an officer with Officer's Presence, regardless if the aura affects 1 or 19 allies. Point payoff with Officer's Presence was stacking, meaning an officer standing in a choke point can farm thousands of battle points without effort. I don't know if it was thousands, but to fix this, we've removed this stacking rule. Dang. Well, there goes that battle point farming exploit. So buffing teammates no longer stacks. You get the same number of battle points for buffing one teammate as you do for buffing 19. Turret. The turret now spots enemies when it acquires them and primes to fire. The spotted enemy is only visible to the officer who owns the turret. So the turret now works as a wall hack, outlining enemies, assumedly in red, for the officer to see. Specialist. Thermal binoculars. Enabled spotting logic. Improved thermal binoculars increase the time an enemy is spotted. Added 25-point scoring event per enemy spotted. I'm not sure what spotting logic is, but They are clearly trying to incentivize using the scout binoculars now by giving battle points for each enemy tagged. General. Fixed an issue where weapon cooling was not working correctly for weapon mods. I'm not sure which weapon mods this was affecting in the Specialist class. Heavy. Fixed an issue where it was possible to use the Sentry ability in first person. Fixed an issue where the sound could get stuck on the Sentry ability. Fixed an issue where weapon cooling was not working correctly for weapon mods. This is the big one we've all been waiting for. No more explosive shot bug. Overheating will occur sooner now. Aerials. Fixed an issue where the improved rocket launcher star card didn't reduce recharge as intended. Fixed an animation issue that caused aerials to incorrectly roll when dashing. I hadn't seen that. We've updated the description of each of the aerial units to more clearly differentiate them from one another. Jump Trooper, Imperial Jump Trooper, and First Order Jump Trooper. Rocket Jumper, Rebel Rocket Jumper, and Resistance Rocket Jumper. Enforcers. Fixed an issue where the Death Trooper wouldn't see a white outline on enemies that had been affected by their Sonic Imploder's blinding effect. Ooh, another wallhack buff. Fixed issue where the explosion radius of the Sonic Imploder wasn't improved by the Explosive Expert star card. ATST. Fixed an issue where the ATST's grenade launcher would fail to trigger after having been activated. Okay, I hadn't ever noticed that. Game mode changes. Galactic Assault. Takodana. Rework the defender spawns in Phase 2, moving them closer to the objectives. The price of the ATST on Takodana has been increased from 1,500 to 2,500. This is a buff to the Resistance and a nerf to the First Order. The addition of the ATST was leading to constant First Order stomps. These changes will help rebalance. Kashyyyk. Rework the defender spawns in Phase 3, moving them closer to the objectives. This will help the clones more effectively defend the fuel pipes. The LAAT respawn time has been increased to 30 seconds. I'm not sure what their logic was for doing this, but it will stop people from camping in the menu for the LAAT and make the respawn less predictable for the droids. Fixed an issue where the MTT health would not display correctly and it would sometimes enter an incorrect state. Death Star 2. Made Phases 2 and 3 easier to defend, and Phase 1 slightly easier for the attackers by adjusting spawn positions. Tatooine. Phase 2 spawns for defenders have been adjusted for positioning and spread in an effort to increase safety directly after you've been spawned. Attacker spawns in Phase 2 have been moved closer to the objectives to make it easier to attack. So the Imperials will be on the point faster, but more rebels are going to make it past the ATSTs with the spawn adjustments. Defender spawns in Phase 3 have been moved closer to the objective to make it easier to defend. Introduced various visual quality improvements such as reduced LOD pop-in, sharper textures, improved lighting and materials, minor destructible content, and additional environmental detailing. Yay! It will be prettier. Adjusted frequency with which the alternative light settings appear. Camino. Increased price of LAAT from 400 to 1,000. LAAT respawn has been increased by 30 seconds. Okay, so it's clear by now they just wanted to nerf the effect of the LAAT on the Battlefront. Although they did not nerf it on Naboo, it doesn't look like. Unless they just forgot to put it in the notes. Jakku fixed an issue where players spawning into the AT-ST were occasionally spawned out of bounds. Yes, that has happened to me all the time, and you had to run for your life to get inbounds. Good fix. Indoor updated and reintroduced the daylight setting. Thank you. Adjusted frequency with which the alternative light settings appear. Blast improved spawn zones for Blast on Starkiller Base. Thank you again. Starfighter Assault. Starfighter splash damage against troopers reduced by 50% to prevent excessive targeting of troopers. I'm assuming they mean for starfighters in Galactic Assault. If so, you're going to see a large reduction in kills by people who are going on strafing runs. This is a definite nerf. Fixed an issue where the MVP screen would continuously shake. Jetpack cargo. Various improvements to UI clarity. Issues for players joining mid-round and respawn issues with the cargo. The rest is a lot of words and not very game-changing. I'll leave the rest for you to read. I want some sleep. Overall, looks like a great patch. I'd say 8 out of 10. They were clearly listening to the community, but are slow to make changes. If you want them to go faster in the future, I recommend buying cosmetics. If EA sees more revenue coming in from the game again, I think that will help speed up the rate of these updates immensely. Please share your thoughts on the patch in the comments below. Also, let me know how you liked the video by giving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And subscribe if you would like to stay in the loop when I release new content. Until the next one, aim true and have fun.